All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on social media marketing. We're going to demystify how brands connect with all of us online and, turn our everyday scrolling into their success. Let's dive right in.
It's a question we've all asked, right? You mention you need new running shoes to a friend, and bam, an ad for them suddenly pops up. Is it magic? A coincidence? Or is there something way more strategic going on? Well, that's exactly what we're going to uncover. It's all part of a massive, calculated world, and honestly, the scale of it is just mind-blowing.
Just look at this number, 3.8 billion. That's how many people are active on social media around the world. That's nearly half the entire planet. This isn't just a digital town square anymore, it's like a digital nation. And for marketers, it is the biggest stadium in the world.
So, with a potential audience of billions, it's really no surprise that figuring out this space is absolutely critical for any business today. That's why social media isn't just, an option, it's essential.
So, what are we really talking about when we say social media marketing? Well, at its heart, it's all about using these platforms to get a brand's name out there and, this is the key part, to build real connections. Think about a local coffee shop that replies to your comment on Instagram, or a big airline that actually solves your problem over on Twitter. It's a two-way street.
And yeah, this is so much more than just pushing ads at people. The smartest brands out there use social media for three really important things. First, they build genuine relationships. Second, they listen. They actually pay attention to the real-time feedback people are giving every single day. And third, they tell a great story about who they are.
And that brings us to this idea of social listening. It's like a marketer's secret weapon. It's the art of monitoring all those online conversations to understand what customers are really saying about your brand, your competitors, and what they actually want. It's like having a direct line into the mind of your audience. Super powerful stuff.
Okay, so now that we know why it all matters, let's take a little tour of the giants. Because every platform is its own world, with its own rules, its own language, and its own unique audience. First up, the undisputed king.
Facebook. Yep, the largest social network on the entire planet. Even with all the talk about newer platforms, you just can't deny its scale. The real question is, how do smart marketers actually use it?
Facebook's superpower is its sheer size and its incredibly effective mobile experience. Now, the audience does tend to skew a little older these days, think millennials and up, but its power for massive reach and building dedicated communities, it's still second to none. It's the ultimate tool for getting your message in front of a huge, diverse crowd.
Next up, we've got a platform that's, it's more than just a social network. It's YouTube. And get this, it's the world's second largest search engine, right behind its parent company, Google. It's the global stage for video.
And that right there is its marketing magic. People go to YouTube to learn stuff and to be entertained. Think about it. You search how to fix a leaky faucet or best travel camera review. This is where brands can get incredible reach by making useful, entertaining videos that people are already looking for.
Now, let's switch over to the master of visual storytelling, Instagram. It's all about the look, the image, that perfectly captured moment.
Instagram's whole vibe comes from being totally visual and built for your phone. The audience is generally younger than Facebook's, so it's perfect for brands that can tell their story with amazing photos and short, snappy videos. It's less about the hard sell and way more about building a beautiful, aspirational brand.
Okay, time for a complete change of pace. Let's talk business. Welcome to LinkedIn, the social network for professionals.
Over here, the tone is everything. This is not the place for your vacation photos. It's all about professional connections. For business-to-business marketing, or B2B, LinkedIn is an absolute powerhouse. It's the place to share industry insights, corporate news, and really establish your brand as an expert, a thought leader, whose content becomes the go-to source in your field.
So beyond these giants, there's this whole other fascinating world of more specialized platforms. It's like moving from a massive stadium to a more targeted arena, which lets brands connect with specific groups in really powerful ways. Let's check a few out.
Let's compare two visual platforms, Pinterest and Instagram. Now, they might look kind of similar, but for a marketer, their purpose is totally different. Instagram is all about building a brand and a community inside the app. But Pinterest is a traffic-driving machine. And that's huge, because every single pin can link directly back to a website. It's an amazing tool for turning someone's inspiration for a new kitchen into an actual sale.
And what about reaching the youngest audiences out there? Well, this chart says it all.
If you want to connect with Gen Z, you have to be on TikTok and Snapchat. Their culture is all about short, authentic, kind of unfiltered video. With TikTok just dominating with teens and Snapchat reaching 90% of young Americans, these platforms are basically the modern-day town square for a whole generation.
All right, so the theory is great, but what does this stuff look like in the real world? Let's look at some incredible case studies that show the true power of putting the right strategy on the right platform.
Okay, take Carlsberg. They ran a campaign on Facebook to celebrate sponsoring Liverpool Football Club. And the result? This bar chart is just staggering. They saw a 19 times return on their ad spend. Let me say that again. For every single dollar they put in, they got $19 back in sales. That is a massive, massive win.
And it's not just for big consumer brands either. A Japanese B2B software company called Yubiregi used Facebook's targeted lead ads to find new business customers, and they saw a 7 times higher conversion rate compared to what they were doing before. It just proves that B2B can absolutely crush it on Facebook too.
And what about LinkedIn? The banking giant HSBC used it to become those thought leaders we were talking about. And this table, wow, just look at these numbers. A 1,500% boost in organic impressions, a 900% jump in interactions, plus thousands of new, high-value followers. That is the power of providing real value on a professional platform. So, we've toured the giants, we've explored the niche spots, and we've seen some just incredible results. The big takeaway here is this. There's a right platform for every single goal and every audience. The key isn't to be everywhere. It's to understand where your specific conversation is actually happening. Which brings us right back to our final and most important question. It all started with that idea of social listening. Your customers, your audience, your future fans, they're all out there, talking right now. The only question is, are you part of the conversation? Are you listening?